up? What up? What up? What's up? What's up? Eden's Photography. What's going on, brother? Hope you're having a good day, productive day. About to print up these rush orders. This rush order for a customer of mine. If you tapping in, let me know where you tapping in from, where you hitting us up from today. Mississippi in the house. That's what's up. Shout out to Mississippi. And I see the name Eden's Photography, so I'm taking that's what you do, photography. Correct me if I'm wrong. And let me know how your day's going. What's the weather like? What are you working on? What projects? That's cool. That's cool. I always respect photographers, man. They're like artists. First, my uncle was a photographer, and he actually started the first picture business cards. He would take pictures and photography, do pictures for people. And from that, he then branched off into adding facial pictures. So when you see people nowadays with their picture, a lot of times it'll be like real estate agents, they'll have their pictures on their business cards and stuff like that. That's something that my uncle has started up many, many years ago. I'm talking back in the days when they were using the black and white cameras that you hold like this down into it with the two lenses on the front. So yeah, it was kind of like an OG when it came to the whole photography thing. But yeah, y'all just have a, just like artists, you gotta have an eye for a good picture or a good shot. How long have you been doing photography? So I said before, my customer called me yesterday, early in the morning, and asked me if I can have some shirts done for him by today. Now, it's a good thing that he called me early because he sent me over his artwork. I told him, send me over everything he needs, everything I need. And he sent it over quickly. I was able to get it out to order my transfers. And I received my transfers literally like maybe 5 minutes before starting this live. So So I'm trying to get these done for him. He owns basically a Buffalo Wings restaurant, not Wing House, but it's called Brooklyn Wing House. Okay, and he has several locations throughout New York now. And this man is a grinder. Like, I remember when he had one store down in Brooklyn, and then he branched out, and he has another store in Queens. I believe two in Long Island now. Guys should check him out on Instagram at Brooklyn Wing House. If you guys are from the New York area or the East Coast area, and you're gonna come to New York, definitely want to tap in with them. That's really good custom, like I like to call it, custom wings. Meaning you can get your wing however you want. So he's going away to Mexico tomorrow, and he asked me, he's like, Tav, can you print me up some shirts where I can wear through the airport, which I can also advertise for the restaurant? And I thought to myself, man, that's a tight window, but you know what? Mr. T-Shirt's going to get it done. So there I am pressing the order. Thank God it's not that many. I think it's about second. Right now I'm just running off on the back hits on the shirts using DTF prints and Bella Canvas T-shirts. He asked for a nice quality, a premium quality shirt. So of course I had to recommend Bella Canvas. That's who I use as my go-to premium. When a customer asks, do you have a nice quality shirt? I tell them that I have a better than nice quality shirt. And I let them know that Bella Canvas is who I rock with when it comes to that. So this is what's going on the backs. Serving Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, and their logo. We had to pay some rush shipping so I can get this overnight. So I'll have his order ready and done by the time he gets here to pick up. What was names again? Names of the restaurant that I'm working on. Or the type of T-shirts I'm using. I'm using back canvas T-shirts. And put them out here, you guys can see the spelling. All right, let's see. Okay, the 3 larges are done. 2 extra large. 2 small. See, that's what they look like. It's very on a second here. Very hazy. Yeah. So this is what the shirts look like. That's what the tag looks like. You guys can see that. All right. those of you that need to, you want to always remember, I'm sorry I keep moving the laptop. I'm trying to get it where you guys don't get this light slide. It's tough. There you go. Is that a little better? I think that's a little better. Hate to shine all that light in you guys' face. So when you heat press it, make sure to always, of course, pre garments. Again, get a moist, wrinkles, all the stuff that would mess up a nice clean print. Just a couple of seconds. Edith, are you into print at all of t-shirts or garments? Are you looking to get into it? If you guys are just tapping in, what's going on? What's going on? Thanks for hopping in. Let me know where you're in from, what you guys up to. If you guys are at work, what you're working on, where you work. Tell me something good. Tell me about the weather, day going. Again, for those that's just jumped on, we're just pressing up some other canvas t-shirts for a customer of mine who placed a rush order yesterday because he's for Mexico early in the morning. He wants to wear his shirts and advertise his business as he walks through the airports, as he's in a whole different state, country. Now, as far as heat presses go, do I have a heat press that I can recommend? As far as heat presses go, is based on, first thing you want to do is go off your budget. How much are you looking to spend? The type of projects. Have you ever done printing before with a heat press? Are you new to it? I mean, these are some of the questions that you have to answer for yourself, because you don't have to spend a lot of money on a heat press, especially if you're just starting up. I don't recommend it. Okay, I recommend getting something that's easy to use, something simple, something inexpensive to get familiar with the whole heat pressing process. But a company, and the only company that I buy my presses from, is Heat Press Nation. All right, so if you want, just click on Heat Press, Google Heat Press Nation, and they have a wide variety of heat press sizes, different press machines with different features, automatic open, slide out drawers, on your budget and what you need your heat press for. My heat press that I'm using now is a Heat Press Nation Black Series. It's an older press. I think they make now the Signature Series, which is the updated version of this. And this is a 15 by 15. So when I say size-wise, 15 this way, across, 15 up and down. All right, so now there's different sizes. There's 16 by 20s. There's bigger presses. There's large format presses that would take up maybe half of the size of this garage when you're doing all over prints. So I'll actually, hold on a second. I'll drop the link. All right, so there's the link. I'm going to pin it for you guys, so it will be up there. All right, so I've just posted the link to my personal link to HEATPRESS Nation. You guys can click that link and check out their garments. I mean, check out not their garments. I pick up the t-shirts, talk about HEATPRESS machines, and I say garments. But check out their HEATPRESS machines. Not only do they have regular HEATPRESS machines, they have HEATPRESS machines for cups, tumblers, for hats, where you can make hats. So they have it all. Okay, so just go over to the link, check them out. And speaking of not having to be expensive, what you can do is, what I did was, my first heat press was a heat press I actually from Amazon that cost me very little. So actually, I still have it right under here collecting dust. This is what it looks like. As you can see, very much different than the one that I'm using now. Now, that press was a, like I said, got it. It was a 5-in-1. So it had 5 different or 6 different attachments that came with it, where you're able to do a hat, pieces, as far as like mouse pads. You were able to do cups, t-shirts, a little bit of everything. The problem is, as I mentioned, that was heat press when I first started out in the business, and I bought it just to get familiar and comfortable with the whole process of heat pressing garments. But unfortunately for the heat press, but it was a good thing for me that when I first started, I never anticipated growing so fast and pressing as many shirts as I started doing when I began. And what happened was, I was living in an apartment back then. I'm not sure if maybe like the voltage it was drawing too much voltage, whatever the case is. But whatever happened, it started to smoke. Okay, so when I looked, every time I would use it after maybe about 30 minutes to about 45 minutes, I would see smoke coming up from the back of the heat press. That was an automatic red flag to me. I would shut it down, unplug it, and that was it. At that time, I knew that I had burnt something out based on how much I was pressing and pressing and pressing, and for hours on end at it, on every day, that press couldn't handle that much volume when it came to pressing garments. So then I invested some more money, and I upgraded my heat press to the one that I have now. Again, this is still an older machine that I'm using, but guess what? One great thing about HEATPRESS Nation and their products, I've never had a problem. I think I've probably popped one spring on the tension, but again, I replaced that. I think it's like $11, $15, something like that. Replaced the spring. I mean, you hear it now. It does need some oiling because it does squeak a little bit, but that's just maintenance that I have to do on it, just like anything else. So I promise to take some time and actually not totally break it down, but just perform a little cleanup and maintenance on it. All right, so it sounds a little better and functions a little better when I'm closing it. But the Amazon press that I bought, I don't even remember how much I spent on it. It was definitely not as much as this one was. To tell you the truth, I don't even remember how much I spent on this one. But the Amazon one clearly was very Again, if you cheap necessarily isn't good, because depends on what you need it for. So if your heat press is, if you're just starting out, like I said, go with something inexpensive. Don't break the bank trying to be fancy and having the newest and best, and then you don't have any money left to build the rest of your business. But whether you want to do shirt printing as a full-time business, a side hustle, there's plenty of money to be made. All right. I work out of my garage. Some people may say, T, you have a lot of customers, a lot of business. Why are you still working out of your garage? What I don't have overhead. So I got to pay my mortgage for my house anyway, right? So why not write off a portion of that being my garage that I use for my work? So kill two birds with one stone. I have a place to work that I'm not paying overhead or separate rent, electric bills, separate, separate everything to be at a whole nother location. And not to mention that the area that I live in, most of the places out here, there's not a lot of foot traffic. Everybody drives, a lot of main roads. But not saying that I will never have a storefront or move into one. But for now, this works for me. I'm able to save a lot more money, which means more money back into my pocket or into my family, and enjoying some fun stuff with them instead of paying and stressing about having to pay my mortgage for this house, my rent for this store or this shop. Saves me the hassle. So work from home, then in the beginning especially, then that might be your best bet. All right. 2 extra large. So when you get a chance, Eden, like I said, click on that link, take a look at the heat press machines they offer, or even if you don't buy it from Heat Press Nation, Google heat press machines and how many results come back. And again, like I said, it's all on your budget. The goal in every is as much money as you can and make as much as you can. So, you guys just tapping in. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let us know where you're tapping in from, what state you in, and how your day's going. Now, as far as DTF, which means direct to film, the sheets that I use, I just upload my artwork to a certain to whichever company, DTF company that I'm using for the job, and I just always make sure that my files are print ready. meaning you want them to be at least 300 quality press. Therefore, you don't have no outlines, no shadows, no blurs. But this if you Google DTF, there's so many. My top two right now that I use as far as DTF transfers are Print God, my boy Sean over at Print God. Or you can check out his website at pgtransfers.com. And also my boy Marathon Supply over at Marathon Supply. All right, when you order, make sure to mention that Mr. T-Shirt sent you. And I speak to these guys quite often. Many of you guys may know or heard of Stan Banks. He's a close friend of mine, partner of mine. We often speak several times a week about different things going on in the industry, changes, updates, new products, even issues that me and him may be having on certain orders or jobs. We often get on the phone and we chop it up. Same thing with my boy Sean on PG Transfers. Two great guys. Make sure you guys tap in and check them out as well. But no, it's Marathon Supply. I'll put it in here for you guys. Hold on. Oh, laptop about to die. Stay with me. Don't leave me now. The laptop. Okay. All right. So we have. And for the other DTF PG transfers, I'm going to put their link in the chat as well. And pgtransfers.com. So those are my go-tos right now. I haven't had any issues with either of those. Again, both Sean and Stan are two great people, great to work with, and make sure that they get your work done to you at a quick turnaround. Quality is always good, vibrant colors, texture feels great. And to be honest with you, I haven't had any complaints from my customers. So, you know, if my customers aren't complaining, I'm happy. If they're happy, I'm happy. So definitely check those links out as well. All right. I'm gonna tap in with you guys in a few minutes. I'm gonna turn over. Actually, you know what? Before I get on with you, I'm gonna peel the backs of these so at least you guys can see what it looks like. All right, that's what the back looks like after it's all said and done. All right, serving Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, and that's their logo. Brooklyn Wing House. All right. So again, if you guys are in the area in New York at all, make sure you guys stop in. Google Brooklyn Wing House on Instagram, Facebook, and check them out. Stop in, grab a bite to eat. And again, tell them Mr. T-Shirt sent you. All right, so everybody that tapped in, I want to thank you guys for tapping in with me today, working as I process these orders. So, and I'm gonna go knock out the front hits on these. Matter of fact, let me do one front hit so you can see. This shirt, this design I thought was unique, and I've never seen it, and I had to give him props yesterday on how he, on the design that he came up with for the front of this shirt. Let me cut one and print it up so you can see what it is. Now it has to be a restaurant, so keep that in mind. All right, sit tight for me 1 second. Like, check out the front of this once it's finished. I'll let you guys see it. This was so clever. And to be honest with you, if I had a restaurant, I can't tell you that I would have thought of this idea. But it's pretty genius. All right, let me let this cool for a sec. While that's cooling off, I'm just gonna hit these with just a second press, just to cure them. Ones that's done already, a couple seconds. Justin, what's going on? What's going on? What he did was he took one and he put it on the front of his shirt. Now, this doesn't grab somebody's attention. I don't know what will. Now, on the receipt, he put some of the menu items in order to advertise some of the stuff that his restaurant sells. Brooklyn pasta, sweet chili wings, oxtail empanadas, dope. Right, so can you guys see that? These balls. And check that out. That's clever, right? That's hot, right? I thought it was just me. I saw it. He explained it to me. Sent a picture and said suggestion that I made to him. I was like, that whole wrinkle effect on the receipt that usually you find in people's pockets. I was like, we should keep that. And he agreed, you know, and it came out actually dope because it looks like a legit, like if you touch it, it looks like it would be wrinkled, but when you touch it, it's just an image. So shout out to the DTF company for these transfers. Let me just hit this one with a cure press. All right, so that was actually my customer and asking me what time we looking at. I told him 10 minutes. It's going to be at least an hour drive for him. Unfortunately, he has to pick these up. So I'm going to finish these up. So by the time he gets here, I mean, it's not going to take hours. It's going to take me probably about another 10 minutes, 15 minutes just off the front hits now on the front. And he'll be all wrapped up and he can be on his way. But in the meantime, thanks for tapping in with me. All right, as I work on these orders. It's always a pleasure to wrap it up, chit chat a little bit while we're getting some work done. All right, so until next time, I'm your boy, Mr. T-Shirt, signing off. Peace.